Have a nice trip. It's me, Beth Hoyt. It's a big Wednesday show. We have not one, but two special guests for you today. We've got Julie Klausner, author of the book I Don't Care About Your Band, and host of the hit and one of my favorite podcasts, How Was Your Week? And if you listen to How Was Your Week, then you've heard the theme song by funny man and indie punk rock legend, Ted Leo, who's also here. We're going to be playing lots of games, including another round of Fuck, Marry, Kill. You know how it goes. 3 names, you know. Give us some suggestions for that in the chat. We'll use them. First, though, I want to talk about chairs. I was hanging out with my sister the other day, and I was sitting in this chair, and my sister told me to stop fidgeting, to which I was like, A, rude, and B, I'm not fidgeting, I really like sitting in different ways, and I do. If you know something about me, you know that. So I thought I'd just quickly show you guys my favorite ways to sit on a chair. So to do this, I just need any chair. This will do. I'll use this one. This will be fine. Basically, we can start with just a classic cheeks on the seat maneuver. I really like to center myself, so I'm in position to sit down, and then I go from right here just to plopping down, and it takes a little settling in on the sit bones to really find the comfort spot. Some people find it right away. I have to search for it a little bit, and then you're like, this is it, and then that's it, and you stay there. Second move is just a little simple. You guys know it. It's the leg cross, knee over knee. I like to cross to the left. It's a nice way to get a bit of a stretch in the glutes, as well as generally air out the situation. There's nothing worse than a sweaty sit butt during a lung meeting. That's the worst. So those are 2.
Hi, Beth.
Julie Klaus, everybody.
What are you doing?
I am demonstrating some different ways to sit.
I love sitting.
Oh my gosh.
I have a way to sit.
Great. Julie Klausner is adding to the more ways to sit on chairs.
So this is a cool way to sit on a chair if you have a classroom full of students and you want to maybe learn from their life lessons.
Oh my gosh.
You kind of lean over the front of the chair and you...
This is assertive.
It's both. It's submissive and assertive.
I see what you're saying. Because you're putting up a barrier.
Yeah, exactly. But you're also open, so you lean into it, and then I like to steeple my fingers at first and rest my chin on my thumbs, and then just nod until steepling.
I get you. I'm more of a
sleepy.
Hey guys.
Hi, Ted.
Hey, Ted.
Hey, sitting?
Ted Leo, everybody. We're sitting.
Cool.
We're sitting the crap out of
I like sitting
today
too.
so far. Yeah?
Yeah. Do you have another chair around?
Yeah. Can you grab this chair?
Oh, nice. Cool. Now, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. It's not super healthy to be sitting all the time. You don't burn as many calories as you're standing. So there's a method that I've developed. It's called pulse squats. So it's just that simple up and down thing gets the heart rate up. You go up.
Yeah, and I'm ready to burn. I'm ready to burn.
It takes away the.
And down.
Yeah, no, this is good. I've been sitting a while, so yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's not
you can keep listening with your steeple.
Up.
Yes.
This is great.
You could have pop a
really works
listen.
your
And down,
haunches.
exactly. And up.
Yeah.
And down.
This is good. Awesome, you guys. We'll there you go. These are some cool ways to sit in chairs. We've got a fun show planned. We'll be answering comments later in the show, so put them in the chat. We'll be right back to play a game.
You feel the burn.
Stick
You
around.
got the burn going, right?
I'm feeling it.
Can you pass me a spoon, soul roll, brother number 1? Lights up, please. Come on now. And directorio, what it do? It must be on them Red Devils. Y'all know what a Red Devil is? I'm not gonna tell you either. But I know my uncle used to take them and fall asleep at the light.
All right, hi you guys, man. We need these props.
Thank
These
you.
aren't full though. So you guys, what we're doing, we've got some. Have you set that up? Yeah, I'll give you this one. Yeah.
Cheers.
Not that it matters if you have. Okay, we're here with Vulture's Real Housewives of New York City critic Julie Klausner and rockstar Ted Leo. Ted, have you ever watched Real Housewives?
I have. Mm-hmm.
You went to high school with Camille Grammer, didn't you?
No, she went to the same grammar school as me.
Okay.
She is, I believe, maybe 1 or 2 years older than me.
Which is shocking.
Yeah.
She looks like she could be your crazy auntie.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one are we talking about?
Camille Grammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No
Is
way.
that crazy?
Yeah,
No.
and of course, I'm not going to remember what her.
Donatachi?
Yeah, Natasha. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys, I watched plenty myself. One thing I've learned, and maybe you guys can back me up on this, is that bitches be crazy, right?
In general.
Yep, so we're gonna play, in general, bitches be crazy. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a quote from either Real Houses of New York City or Girl Interrupted, the Winona Ryder movie about women in an insane asylum. You have to guess which crazy bitch said what.
Okay.
Julie and Ted, you use your paddle to show us which one you think the quote is from.
Okay.
And you get a point for each one you get correct, and you drink for each one you get wrong. I'm just gonna be drinking throughout.
Okay.
That makes me more comfortable.
That's what we're looking for. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Number one. I always envision myself on the subway, shaking a can, asking for money.
Girl Interrupted.
Real Housewives.
Ted is correct. You have to
What?
think. Sonia said that on Real Housewives.
Oh, that seems like the thing Sonia would
Maybe
say.
it'll come true. She'll be shaking a can on the subway.
I hope not.
Okay.
Poor
That's what she's
Sonia.
shaking it for.
Yeah, our good vibes are out for
No,
her.
it doesn't.
Here's the next one. I just don't want to end up like my mother.
Girl
I
Interrupted.
would say Girl Interrupted as well.
You're both correct. Points.
We're gonna drink anyway.
You can drink anyway. Cheers. Yeah, cheers. You got it correct. All right, let's see how this game goes.
This is not bad for box wine.
It's
No.
actually
It's
quite
a whole
good.
new thing. Box wines.
It doesn't have the metallic sense of
They're,
like, yeah.
Here's the tip, you guys. Put your red wine in the fridge and it lasts longer. Also, this is 4 bottles in this box.
Oh,
Wow.
really? That's crazy.
I work for this
There are
company.
quality boxes out there now. Still I'm told.
All right, number 3.
All right, sorry.
Go back from under the cabinet you came out of.
Real Housewives.
Which,
Real Housewives.
I'm gonna phone a friend and
she seemed quite
say Real
confident on that one.
Housewives.
It is. You know who said it?
I do, but I don't remember.
Alex said it. Brooklynite Alex
Yes,
said it.
Alex.
All right, if I could have any job in the world, I'd be a professional Cinderella.
Girl Interrupted.
You guys are both correct. It's also from my diary, but that's from Girl Interrupted. All right. Right now, we're going to go into lightning round. It's not
Okay.
really that different from the last round. I'm just going to talk faster and with more energy. This is going to happen. Okay, ready? 1. I can't believe you're putting your face in the bidet.
Housewives.
Yeah, sure.
Sonia.
You have to drink, because you drink, sure.
Fair enough.
It's Housewives. All right, you shared a man with that woman?
Housewives.
Girl Interrupted.
It's from Girl Interrupted.
Oh.
All right,
I'll drink
you got Valium? That's
Girl
tough.
Interrupted.
Girl Interrupted.
It's probably both, but it's from Girl Interrupted. All right, he's a bald guy with a little pecker and a fat wife.
Girl
Housewives.
Interrupted.
It's from Girl Interrupted, but dang it.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
And the last one, I have never met a bunch of women who had more fucking issues.
Oh,
Gotta be
that's hard.
Housewives.
Housewives? Girl Interrupted.
Ooh, it's Girl Housewives.
Aye, all right.
is?
Wow.
But I mean, it's true though.
Which one?
It's Girl Interrupted. I mean, it's Real Housewives.
What?
What
are you
is
saying?
the answer?
You drink.
The I have never met a bunch of women who had more fucking issues is from Real Housewives.
They better have bleeped the F word.
How did we do? We didn't really keep score.
No.
But did we drink
I
a little?
wasn't
Did we
keeping
have
score.
fun?
A little.
Absolutely, sure.
Thanks for playing Bitches Be Crazy. We'll be right back.
Thanks for being crazy, bitches.
Oh, what? Oh, you're gonna put it online?
I'm not gonna put this
And
online.
everyone's gonna laugh at me. Oh, look at the big failure.
No,
Fail
not at
for
all.
The bees. Well, you know what the big failure is? Our marriage. That's the failure. 20 million views?
Hello, my name is Andrew WK, and you're watching my damn channel live. Cheers and party hard.
We're back. So, Julie, when I found out you were going to be on the show, I wanted to do something really special for you. I'm a big fan, and I know from listening to your podcast that you have a fascination with Tilda Swinton.
Yes, I'm obsessed with her. She is a nutbag, and I just think she's wonderful.
Yes. Okay, so what if I told you we happen to have connected with Tilda Swinton and we have her live via satellite right now?
I would flip my shit.
Okay, well, you can interview her. She's here. Tilda? There's Tilda. Hey, Tilda.
Tilda, can she hear us?
I don't know. Tilda? She should be able to.
Pardon me. When are we?
It's Wednesday. You're on My Dumb Channel Live. I'm Beth. This is Julie. Take it, Julie.
Okay, well, again, Tilda Swinton, thank you so much for doing this. It's really a treat. We'll get into your career in a moment, but first, I'd just like to ask you about the name Tilda. It's pretty unusual. How did your parents choose that name?
It's a funny story, really. Most people do think it is short for Matilda.
Actually, it is long for Ilda.
Oh, that's counterintuitive. So your parents just named you Ilda?
No, I chose it for myself on my second solstice. Mommy and Poppy never gave me a name. Not that they didn't love me, but woodland cattle can't speak. Most people know this.
Okay. So tell me, Tilda, when did you know that you wanted to be an actress?
I am not an actress. That's a pretend name for a job that does not exist. I am a gardener of art. I grow it, I pluck it, I eat it.
Then let's set aside acting for a moment. Tilda Swinton, what are your other passions? What makes you happiest in life?
Oh, yeah. I love to swim.
Is that it? Just swimming?
My kids give me delight as well. The boy, names aren't important. The boy and the girl, I like them very much indeed.
Okay, Tilda Swinton. So, you've acted in many... Sorry. Right, you're not an actress. Tilda, you've gardened so much art. Do you have a favorite character that you've played?
Actually, yes, I had a particularly enjoyable time playing Peter Green.
Peter Green. I'm sorry, which movie was this?
It was a puppetry exhibition I've been curating with some old bones of crows I've killed and the fat boy down the street. It was a wonderful experiment until we burned the church down.
Fair enough. Okay, let's talk about collaboration. If you could work with anyone in the biz, who would it be?
I would love to work with Tina Fey.
Really? Wow, are you a fan of 30 Rock?
But Tina Fey is an ice floe in the North Atlantic that I astral project to every third Sunday in Ramadan. I sit on the ice, on my bottom, in my mind, and let the fear of a dying world snake its way up my vagina, through my pelvis, to create a crystal of ecstasy.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Tilda.
You're very welcome, Julie. I'm ready to begin the interview whenever you are.
Wow. I thought that went great.
Yeah.
That was really exciting.
She's not as quirky as I heard she was going to be.
I know what you mean, yeah. Well, we're going to be playing Fuck, Marry, Kill Pop Culture Edition with Julie and Ted in just a second. If you guys have good trios for us, put them in the comments. We're going to use them. Here's one you sent in. We'll play this one out and we'll see. You guys will see how it's done. Okay, Daniel Craig, Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan.
Well, you want to fuck Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah,
I'm done talking.
Right. You guys get, and then you marry Pierce.
No.
Sean.
Yes.
Yeah, you marry Sean.
Yes, because he's Scottish.
Exactly.
And you hear that accent every morning when you're drinking coffee.
I was just picturing going out for dinner. And
It
being
improves your life.
Yeah, it'd probably improve your posture to be with him too. I feel like you would just.
Sure. And you killed Pierce Brosnan because did you see Mamma Mia?
Yeah, that's exactly.
There
why.
need to be consequences.
Yeah, he needs to pay for that, and we're gonna make him. You
Someone
guys got
does.
it? Go nuts. We're gonna be back in a minute, but first, it's a My Damn Channel original video premiere. It's a John Friedman Internet program with Donald Trump.
It's the John Friedman Internet program on your World Wide Web.
You're tired.
It's the John Friedman Internet program on your World Wide Web.
Hey guys, we're the Wing Girls.
And you're watching My Damn Channel live.
We're back with Julie Klausner and Ted Leo. It's time for Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Can I just add that I would fuck Daniel Craig too.
Everybody would.
Do you agree with marrying Sean Connery over Pierce Brosnan?
Absolutely.
Right? You don't want to wake up to Pierce Brosnan every day.
No, of course not.
It's about the day-to-day
How am I
stuff.
looking today?
Yeah, exactly.
He's exhausting.
It's a lot of freckles that you just don't, that you didn't expect early
freckly?
on.
I bet he is. Yeah, he's
Under
probably
the shirt?
or just like one of those guys that looks tan from a
Like me?
distance, and you get up close and it's all pointillism.
Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, remember if you guys have good ones, get them in the comments. We've got a bunch to get started. We're gonna take turns. Here's the first one: Lindsay Lohan, Courtney Love, Tara Reid. I mean, my initial thought is that Tara Reid's gotta die.
No.
I don't know.
Any of those, it'd be a mercy killing across the board, you know?
Yeah.
I can't say Courtney's full name because I feel like she's like Beetlejuice. If you say it, like, even once she'll show up,
Right.
so I'm not going to regard that. But I would marry.
I would marry Lindsay because I think she has a second coming.
You think
You
so?
do?
I'm
That's optimistic. But you think Tara's a lost cause?
I would.
God, for
I would
sure.
marry Courtney because I think she's on her last legs.
yeah, you're right.
Oh, and you want to inherit that sweet, that sweet publishing money?
I just.
Okay.
I feel bad about saying that.
No,
there's no
it's a
feelings.
good. No,
There's
you're
no feelings
being
in here.
honest.
We're here to hurt
Thank you.
people. Next, this is a comment from YouTube, and this is from Pawnee Goddess. Ryan Gosling, George Clooney, James Franco.
I
Oh,
mean, yeah.
I don't care. I mean, I'm a Cloonatic beyond that.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I'm pro Clooney.
What's your
too.
favorite?
Well,
Clooney
so would you
movie?
rather fuck him or marry him?
I want to do all three to him in one night. In one night.
That's Ocean's 13,
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
I would marry Clooney to be the first one that could like claim that she like nailed him down.
Yeah.
And then who are the other two?
Did you really though? I mean, no one really knows.
Ryan
In-
Gosling and James Franco.
Yeah, I'm
James
done with
Franco.
Ryan Gosling. I'm done with like girls being like, isn't it interesting that I have a crush on Ryan Gosling? So I'd
Yeah.
kill him just to get those girls to shut up.
Yeah.
And then James Franco, why not? It would be a project. It'd be an art project.
Absolutely, that's the way he would see it too.
Yeah.
Not anything against you.
No,
It's
it's-
just his
I-
view on everything.
Yeah,
right?
it's all art.
He's an indicator for me of how old I am because I really don't know who like.
You don't get him?
No, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything he's been in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's that kind of. I feel like I'm on some other side of some line.
Ryan Gosling or James Franco?
James Franco.
You will. He does like a bunch of things.
He'll show up at your house one
Yeah.
day. It'll be like
And be,
something
like, doing
that'll do
something
for
door to door.
MoMA.
And then I will have to kill him.
That's your thing.
Not that we know if that happens. You know, we didn't. It wasn't said here. Next comment from YouTube. This is CeeLo, Sting, or Prince.
Oh.
Well, obviously you want to bone Sting because he's so
Because you
into
have
the
a-
tantric
you have
stuff,
a week to spare.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe you don't want to bone
You
Sting.
do
Actually,
not
that's
want
true.
to
You would
bone
lose
Sting.
your
You'd be like,
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be evicted while you were
you
having
like
You'd
sex.
miss
Snacks
so
or
many
something?
meals.
Yeah, exactly.
I would
I'm wearing
kill
the same
Sting.
like, wait for
Exactly.
that.
Where's the food?
Yeah, right.
Fuck Prince, because it would have like doves and
Yeah.
sheer scarves.
I think it would be
tiny, though.
anticlimactic, you know?
Well, that was gonna climax. I feel like there'd be a lot of whispering.
I feel like there'd be all this lead up to it, and then you'd actually get down to it.
And he'd just be like missionary and it'd be over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and he's really little, you know.
I think
He
there would
is
be a
really
big bump.
little.
CeeLo might be the one to have sex
That's what I'm
because
saying. Yeah.
Really?
he's a giver. Do you watch The Voice? He really like is into. I think he might give just the right amount, like
I
not
would
Sting give. but
Do
not
what I have to
Prince
do to
give.
meet
Right.
that cat, that white cat he holds on that show.
That's what he's saying.
It's a cute cat.
What? Here's the next comment from YouTube, and it's from 31770H. Courtney Chloe Kim.
I can't even reference the KKK anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm Kardashian done. Just can't. I
So
can't.
we choose-
I'd fuck him. I mean, what am I? Made of stone? Of course.
Yeah.
What am I? I'm not crazy.
Yeah. But also, if you marry her, it's the same thing. It's like she's gonna, that won't
No.
last forever.
Don't
so.
marry that. Don't marry that. No.
Another
don't do
comment
it.
we have, or another one we have, is Tom Cruise, Charlie Sheen, John Travolta.
Whoa.
That's a funny combination.
I know John jerked me off. We know this is a thing, so
That's how he
Tom
just, like,
might
shakes
do
people's
it like
hands.
no hand style. I feel like Tom would be like, or something would happen.
He would give you a reverse happy ending. Remember, he
Right.
was like, oh, this masseuse,
Yeah.
masseurs were like accusing him of, first of all, coining the term reverse happy ending,
Right.
which it didn't exist until he came along with
Yeah.
it.
I love imagining that in like a Vinnie Barbarino voice. That like, come on, man, I'll jerk you off. That's good.
I would marry him because he would never touch me and I could do what I wanted to do.
Right.
I would kill Charlie Sheen and fuck Tom Cruise. Why not?
Sure.
Yeah, he'd be into it.
Yeah.
Even
that's a
though
good solution.
it is what it
Yeah.
is, you know? It's a
Yeah,
job, it's a gig.
The next comment from YouTube is from Crypt Walken. Katy Perry, Kesha, Taylor Swift.
I think.
I know.
Yeah.
For me,
What
this
do
is
you got?
this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You fuck Katy Perry.
With you.
She has some. She knows some things. You definitely kill Kesha.
Once
We're all
again,
waiting to
same
do that.
page.
And
Really?
you definitely
Three for three.
marry Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
And then you
that's
can
what I
borrow
did.
her clothes if ever you could ever fit into that.
Like
but,
they would
I could fit
fit.
into her
Exactly.
You
but-
might. You might.
No, but I mean, that's just the things that would cross over. Cardigans, maybe. Or lipstick. That stuff stays on forever.
Oh, the CoverGirl stuff? Doesn't she promote that stuff?
Probably.
She and
That's
Queen
not what she's
Latifah?
wearing.
Why are they never in the same shot together? That wouldn't look. It would be like two
Whereas-
different.
Yeah, this is not.
I'm a boy.
I know.
So what's your solution?
No,
to this one?
the same
no, I'm
one
with
as
the same one,
yours. He
same one.
agrees. He just doesn't know from CoverGirl ads.
Exactly.
Well, you can't fault him for that. what is yours?
I'll defer to the floor. I mean, I would love to kill Katy Perry just so I could, feel the splatter of sugar in my face. But I don't know. You guys seem to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not really.
I do. I'm an expert at this. We have another one. This is Robin Williams, Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg.
The comic relief
Whoa.
3.
Wow. Oh my
Okay.
God,
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
that is really tough.
You marry Whoopi, you fuck Robin, and you kill Billy. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah, you don't want to fuck Billy Crystal. He would do like weird
You don't.
voices and his characters.
Either the blues
You like
man.
when
Yeah, his
character.
jazz man character. Ooh, that's real good, man. It's horrible.
Right, that is not.
It's not as horrible as when he actually puts on, brown face
Yeah,
to do it. He doesn't
it's
go
true.
full black face, but
Yeah.
Oh man, unless he does.
Maybe he
I might be
does.
wrong.
Maybe
don't-
that's
we
what
don't
happens
need to
in the
find
bedroom.
out.
That's what happens in the bedroom. It takes it to
Yeah.
the next step.
Or he does
We're not
Mr.
finding
And then
Saturday
he switches it
Night.
up at the very last second. You're ready to blow, and he goes, I hate when that happens. I'm like, oh.
I love that 80s SNL, like just Fernando.
Yes. Oh my God, Fernando.
God.
That's right.
Yeah, so the answer is no.
Yeah,
Get him
so
out
this
of
is
the
where
Yeah.
we're
So
way.
gonna
many horrible
find out what
scenarios
happened.
to think about.
Possibilities.
The good thing is we have one option, which is to kill someone, and that's
Yeah.
That's really-
Robin
that's
Williams, I
really
think, still
for
looks
us.
good. I think he looks good. Sure. He looks hairy.
hairy is the word that's just. I just picture his forearms and being like, "Where are you?" You know.
I don't mind that.
I can French braid. I'd love to try a fishtail braid on his arm. Be fashionable. Okay,
Take
you
the
guys, we're
opportunity.
minutes away from open comments. Anything you've ever wanted to ask Julie or Ted, now is your chance. Put them in the comments. We'll be right back.
Some people work at home, other people work at their office. Matt does his business in the streets.
Steve, you're hired. Yeah, I need a sandwich. Yeah, I'm here now. I'm setting up the office. We're gonna set up shop right here. Perfect. You're just my type. She's not giving me her number. I know it's never happened before. We're gonna need to get rid of some of those tattoos. Okay, hold on one second. I gotta talk to Shiny Shirt. Yeah, Judy, it's me. I'm here at the office. You just got Employee of the Month, guy. You're getting a promotion this Friday. I just told them the good news. We got an Employee of the Month. Why don't you give me your phone number and I'll call you?
Okay.
What is it? You're hot as shit.
Yeah.
There's no question there.
I'm sweaty, if that's what you meant.
If you give me a little smooch
A
on it.
little smooch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta call HR. HR, I just got sexually harassed. Do you like premarital stuff? The story of our lives is written in the stars.
Right.
The good news is, I'm already a star.
Are you?
Yeah. Like my accordion? Yeah, I'm just getting this girl's number with my typewriter. Hold on one second.
No, I need to get in. 707
Uh-huh.
328.
Uh-huh. Hello? What the F did I tell you? The Band-Aid in the back of your neck? The briefcase? No. Oh, jeez. Just another day at the office.
I told you Porno Pictionary was the way to go.
Hey, why don't we kick it up a notch and make this into a swingers party?
Oh, yeah.
I choose Nancy.
What?
That little filly.
What are you talking about?
For the swingers party, I thought we were choosing up, like, draft picks. No?
No, that was a joke, Steve.
Okay, open comments is coming up soon, so get your questions in for Ted and Julie in the chat. First of all, you didn't think we were going to spend half an hour with Ted Leo and not get him to perform a song for us, did you? Boom! What are you playing for us, Ted?
I don't need to talk into this, do I?
Do it for fun,
okay.
for effect.
I am going to play a new song that is as yet untitled for now. We'll say that. We'll call it Untitled.
Here's Untitled. Ted Leo, everyone!
Can't for the drama, anyone can see how. And I know how it feels. It's the same thing with me now. Trouble at the bank, trouble in the stream, and there's trouble all around you. Oh, while you wait for a soul in the deep, you had trouble getting down to. You're gonna stop. You're gonna cut it off. You're gonna keep it to yourself. Like everyone, you can go to hell, you can go to the well. There's a spirit in the spring, man. You gotta kill when you start to distill. That's the spirit of the thing, man. You try to freeze all the bottles and the bees and spin them into gold, yeah. No, I will sing about the small things with wings and just let them all be small, yeah. So you're gonna stop. You're gonna cut it off. You're gonna keep it to yourself. Like everyone. Fill up your lungs and sing all your songs for the setting sun. Let it spill off your tongue, an anthem of none, but for everyone. Space being so conditional, yeah. Or other days when you don't want to face being everything to all, yeah. You got the rain and the sea, and anyone can see how. Ayo, they don't want me to be, don't need another thing now. You gotta stop. You gotta cut it off. Keep it to yourself. Like everyone. Fill up your lungs and sing all your songs for the setting sun. Let it spill off your tongue, an anthem of none, but for everyone. When you ask me, what do you think I'll say? I'm not asking everyone. Epic Tommy both.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ted Leo. Comments are up next. Stick around.
Hi, welcome to the building.
Thanks. I'm Sean, this is Carol, and you are some sort of cult?
Accurate.
Tell me, have you and your wife considered having a child?
You mean like for you guys? You guys are Satanists!
Totally. Count us in.
Just like that? Sean, can you imagine me carrying the spawn of Satan?
Your sister's gonna be so jealous. Let's call her now.
Yeah.
That felt a little too easy.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
That's really,
Cheers.
that
I had
was
the
great.
like string got caught on my thing.
Oh, it did? That's what I don't know how, that was amazing.
Nice.
I think we'll forgive that. It's open season in the comments, you guys. Let's hop into your comments. Wow. Okay, my first question. So you guys, I know you're friends, but have you worked together before your podcast, or what have you done together?
I'm not so sure.
You knew that you jive.
We guessed it on other people's things.
Yeah,
together
yeah, but that was our first official collaboration.
Yeah. Good. It's a lovely one.
It was the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We have a comment from Twitter, a question for you guys. This is from Dylan Font. For the next How Was Your Week Live, any musical previews of planned musical numbers?
Well, we'll say that it's a Halloween show,
Yes.
so there might be some, scary selections. So, the squeamish, the squeamish need not attend.
Right.
That is so exciting. Yeah, and you're telling everyone to come in costume. So
Yes, there will be a costume contest. Ted and I will be dressed up as well.
Do you have your outfits planned? I'm sure you
Planned,
do.
yeah.
We do.
Do you have it bought and everything?
Some bits of it's coming together.
Yeah.
It's coming together.
I went to a Halloween store yesterday, and it was a Tuesday, and it was already crazy. You guys got to get out there now.
Yeah.
Find the Rickies near you.
They're filled with garbage people, though. People buying like slutty strawberry shortcake.
know.
We're both going to be dressed up as slutty strawberry.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Here's a comment from YouTube, a question for you guys. This is from Mr. Lakin 4. If y'all were host and musical guests on SNL, what kinds of sketches would you hope they'd pitch to you? Or what would you pitch to them?
I would hope that as musical guests, they would allow me to play some music.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but
you also, and we saw some of your character impressions.
Of course I would want to, but I don't, as far as what I would want them
Do you have a
to
celebrity
pitch?
impression that you know that you ace?
Or
other than your Billy Crystal in bed?
I do the other guys in my band really well.
I just want to do anything where Ted's in drag.
Yeah.
Because he commits to it fully. He commits to anything fully, but
YOLO,
yeah.
It's so true.
You should start a cover band called YOLO Tango.
Tango and all drag.
Right,
YOLO Tango?
Yeah.
It happened here,
So
you guys.
we did,
Julie, what about you? Is there like well, you've done a lot of that.
I would pitch any of my crazy characters, like Lady with a Glass of Wine.
Okay, here's a comment from YouTube. This is from Payton86. Julie, why is Jimmy Jazz not with you? Also, do you know if Smash is coming after second season, and your thoughts on possible plot lines?
Jimmy Jazz is not with me because he is a house cat and he is asleep, and it would be inappropriate of me to bring him everywhere, not to mention affected. But Smash is shooting season 2. I saw signs in my neighborhood, and there's all these guest stars like Jennifer Hudson and Sean Hayes, and I can't wait. I got Ted into Smash last season.
I spent an entire weekend watching the whole first season.
Yeah, me too, because Loretta was on, and
yes. And as far as possible plot lines, I hope one in which Ted Leo is hired to write a Green Day style musical.
I like this. I like
that's what we're all gonna look
and
for.
Pisses people off, and Angelica Houston throws a drink in his face, and then cleans it up gently, like dabs him with a Bounty paper towel.
Yeah. Okay. Just like that. But that's a real life hanky.
I like that you keep a hanky.
Me too.
It's
keep a
gentlemanly. I like it.
I got to pick that up from one of my grandfathers. He was
Father's side or mother's side?
Mother's side. I'm debating how much to say about this. Let's just say that in some ways he was that kind of a hanky wearing guy. In other ways he was anything but.
Really?
So yeah.
Interesting.
You took the hanky.
You took the hanky
memorabilia.
coat. No, that means something else.
I love that. Here's another comment from YouTube, and it is from Mick Globulin. What are your favorite web shows or podcasts lately?
Do you listen to podcasts?
I do. I stock up on podcasts and then I catch up on tour. Obviously, there is a wealth of How Was Your Week, to go through, and there is the classic Best Show gems, bits from the past Best Show. I think that, this is probably going to be obvious coming from me, but I think that, what Sharpling and those guys are doing with Low Times is a really good thing, and I like Nikki Glaser and Sarah Schaefer's podcast a lot.
Which is not going to be an MTV.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just started listening to Throwing Shade. It's a really funny podcast. Brian Safi.
Oh, cool.
The usual. You got your This American Lives.
Right.
And so forth and so on.
Yeah.
But web shows, I need more recommendations. I don't really watch as many of those.
Guys,
I like
throw them in the
dog
comments.
videos.
Well, there's
You've
that.
seen Mamo, the lemon beagle? You seen those?
No.
Oh,
there's this beagle.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
tell you. So there's this beagle named Mamo, and he.
Doesn't do lemon parties.
No,
right?
they like what are those? Are they filthy?
Yeah, what is a lemon?
Really?
Yeah.
I know, I want to know. Okay, I will. Anyway, they cut a lemon open, they give it to him, and he like takes a bite, and he like runs back, and then he like takes another bite, and he barks at it, and he just like, it's
So he like love hates the lemon?
Yeah, he doesn't understand that like something that looks like it could be fun to eat is sour, so he just reacts to it in this really fascinating, adorable way, and I spend a lot of time watching it.
For sure. I fed my niece a lemon. She's like one. I thought it'd be really funny to watch her. She loved it.
Wow.
So this isn't what's supposed to happen?
Yeah, that's a sign of a witch.
All right, another comment from YouTube is from Mr. Lake and Four. Guy Fieri, Adam Richman, Anthony Bourdain.
Is that a comment or a fucking
another one? Yeah, just to put this on our minds.
Interesting comment. Is he suggesting that in order it's Guy Fieri?
Yeah. I got dibs on the second guy because I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no, who is Adam Richman?
Adam,
He's Jonathan Richman's douchebag brother.
Let's pretend like it's Alan Rickman and do Fuck, Marry, Kill with that. Well,
Alan Rickman?
Let's pretend like it's him.
I would do anything to Alan Rickman. I find him irresistible.
But does that mean you'd marry him?
Yes.
I would marry Alan Rickman.
Yeah, for sure. Of those three, yeah.
Kill the other two. Kill the other two.
It's not an option.
Well, I'd kill one and serve it to the other one.
Oh, wow, fucking.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
You don't want to let the drumstick go to waste.
Yeah, let's kill Guy. There's much more to go around if we kill Guy.
But Anthony Bourdain, I think, doesn't get enough hate. Everybody like thinks he's like the second coming of Jesus Christ, and
it's true.
I don't know, he gets on my nerves.
Yeah. No reservation. Anyway, another comment from YouTube is Crypt Walk and Julie. If you could recast Steel Magnolias using current actors, who would you pick? No racial tendencies here.
No,
with this
none
one,
at all. I
based
would
on-
pick the exact cast of the 1989 version because I don't believe in my heart that you can improve upon
It's so true.
that ensemble.
Yeah.
And
They're all still around.
They are still around, thank God, and doing very well.
Yeah.
And I would love to see them do a reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steeler Magnolias.
Steel Magnolia.
Steelier Magnolias.
Steeler Magnolians. Yeah, that's
Do it
exactly
at the Magnolia
right answer.
Bakery, and then we'll watch Magnolia.
Right.
And the part where Jason Robards dies, we'll fast forward over it because
Yeah.
it's I just can't with that
Yeah,
part. It's
we'll
so
real-time
intense.
fast forward through that.
It's intense.
Here we go. Another comment from YouTube is from James Ostime. What are some upcoming guests on How Is Your Week podcast? What are the criteria for a great guest?
Criteria for a great guest is that they be they be engaging. The same criteria as any. I'm sure you've had guests that just sort of stand here.
No.
And don't do anything at all.
Nope.
You're all great. They're all great.
Nope. If that ever happened, we'd be like, take shots of something, and then alcohol or food.
This is
That's
technically a bar. It's not even a web show, is it?
And that's our secret.
An upcoming guest, I have Andrew McCarthy on this week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
exciting.
and it's a big deal to my 12-year-old self who would be freaking out. If
Where did
she
you meet
knew.
him to record it?
At
Did you do
Billy
it?
Eichner's office, in Billy Eichner's office.
Wow.
And he sent me an email later, and he was like, "Did you fuck him on my box of Cliff Bars?" And I said, "No, I
wish.
I tried, but yeah."
What's your favorite Andy McCarthy character?
Blaine.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, Steph.
Oh, Steph?
Yeah.
No, Steph was James Spader. He was Blaine.
He was Blaine? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
but
Well,
I thought they were
I
both.
stand
I thought they were
corrected.
both
That's right.
super sexy.
Yeah,
That's a tough choice.
Blaine is like a major blonde. Yeah.
I know, and I just found
couldn't
him
have Steph,
irresistible in that. I mean,
And
but
I
I even liked him in Mannequin and like Weekend at Bernie's. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
care. I
Yeah.
just thought he was just.
Well, once you have a heartthrob like that, they don't. So did it change though? Like this week, was it?
It
Like,
was weird.
time
It was
is-
definitely intense. I mean, you don't meet your crushes like 20 years later in your life usually. So when you do, it's always a little odd.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Davy Jones took me to the prom.
Save that for the next
What were you to
round.
say?
I was going to ask about how you feel about James Spader.
I think he's sexy.
You like James Spader too?
Yeah, I think most women my age do because they did grow up with him and that, and then there was like Secretary, which was very
Oh, yeah. What was the movie he was in with
exciting.
Susan Sarandon too? Like
White Palace.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, White Castle.
White Castle.
Where they eat those
the movie.
disgusting. Do they make those burgers in a dishwasher? Did they just put like some ground
I think they
raw meat
they steam the little onions in the dishwasher.
in
and then
the
they-
dishwasher?
Yeah.
I remember once I didn't eat meat for a long time, and then I like broke the fast with White Castle. It was when
Why
it was
would
like
you do that
midnight.
to your body? Oh,
And I was like, this
explains
is
it.
right
All
there. And it was
Never
such
mind.
but it was exactly. I was like,
Did you
why
throw
didn't I
up?
save it for tomorrow to like?
Did you
eat a
throw
good
up?
one? I should have. You know.
I haven't.
But no, I kept it in there and just relished that mistake.
I haven't eaten meat since 1988, and
Wow.
I can still
taste the
immediately call up the flavor of a
like
White Castle.
Proustian kind of. Men like the White Castle stuff more than. I don't think it's for girls.
Not this man. It's not for girls. White
But if
Castle's
you
not
can
for
still
ladies.
evoke it, that means it has like a special spot in your
That's
brain.
right.
Yeah.
A good or bad spot. You guys, that's a perfect way to end this. That's like the key. That's like what we've been talking. What we didn't get to is how White Castle hits the different sexes.
Parts of your brain.
Yeah.
I do believe that.
And that's all the time we have, you guys. Julie and Ted, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So you're doing another big live event. How was your week live?
Yeah.
It's sold out already.
Yeah, so there's no point in plugging it. You should plug your tour.
Yeah, Ted, where can we find? But it's still exciting, and then they can listen to the podcast and be like, where can people find out more about you and stuff that's going on?
I've been really lazy about the
lie.
blogging. No, about the blogging in
You've
terms
been on
of like.
tour and like around. You can't.
Yeah, but beyond that, I used to be really good about kind of like just keeping up. You know, I feel like
It's a
Twitter's still
hard-
a little in my blogging thunder.
It
you know,
did.
but
It sure did.
Anyway, I am going on tour solo, opening up for Amy Mann throughout late October and November.
So cool.
And I finished with her in Minneapolis, and then I come back alone. Yeah.
So people can check so you update your Twitter a lot. People can check at Ted Leo.
Mhm.
That's what you can do.
And
Ted Leo.
TedLeo.com.
TedLeo.com, you can find the tour
So,
dates there.
he's making it so easy for you. Julie, we're
so angry about that.
I know. What should I call it?
No, I'm loving that. I'm saying, you guys, yeah. Where can people find out more about you?
JulieKlausner.com, and my Twitter is at JulieKlausner. Easy enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Jennifer Greylock and FaceChairs.com. And thank you guys for watching.
Facechairs.com, that's what it is.
Right? Making it so easy.
Yeah, that's a good title.
Subscribe as soon as possible. And I'll be here tomorrow with Taryn Manning, wrapping up the show on the weekend. Friday, I'll be doing that. I'll be mega-bething at Comic-Con, New York, later this week, too. So,
Bring Purell.
Got it? See you guys tomorrow. Remember to please never forget that you're my favorite.
Bye.